Jesus
Welcome
Christ.
to Nonsense Hammer! This was our second take of the intro because apparently the first one didn't have enough energy.
It was me that didn't have enough energy and I still didn't want to.
Woo! Right, welcome! Surprise! Hello, we're back. It's the 1st of May. We are here with some Stormcast, some Ogres. We'll introduce you to the armies in a bit. Steve, how are you?
Back to the game.
Back to the game. We don't do small talk. So we are playing
Jesus Christ, okay. Yeah.
Bountiful
do you want the phone?
Equinox.
There you go.
Okay, fine.
Do Bountiful Equinox.
We're doing Bountiful Equinox. Cue shot of the board.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
I'm
Right.
just going to sit back and let her do this.
Yeah. So you'll see we have 5 objectives on the board. Each player scores the following victory points at the end of their turn as follows. You score 5 victory points if you control at least 1 objective, 3 victory points if you control 2 or more, 2 victory points if you control at least 1 Oaken Brow, 1 Gnarl Root, 1 Heartwood objective. So there's 3 different colours. There's green ones, 1 blue one, 2 green, 1 blue, 2 red. If you control 1 of each of the colours, you score 2 victory points. That's lovely. We've set up terrain as follows, as it says. Once per battle round, at the start of the battle round, the underdog, we don't know who that will be, gets to pick an objective to be the target. They get to heal 3 each unit, friendly and enemy, contesting the target objective. Literally, there's not much to say for this game.
No, it's a fairly simple one.
It's a fairly simple one.
Nice as we come to the end of the General's Handbook.
Exactly. The end of 6-4. It's a fairly simple game. You've got to get 1 of each of the colours.
We're not going to doomsay.
Not going to doomsay.
They are rumours, not confirmations.
Rumours,
and
not
2,
confirmations.
there's an entire year of 4th edition left until 5th edition comes, when suggested things on the internet might happen.
I don't want it to die. Anyway.
I like narrative changes, so if it's something that's better for the narrative, if it encourages a narrative of Warhammer, I'll happily champion it. If it's something like, no, we literally just did this to sell more models, then I'll be like, that sucks. But
Yeah, I don't want that.
but that's the name of every game.
That's the name of every game.
Does anyone turn around when a certain mage of a coastal region does a load of things and does another game with 2 actors from a video game that came out 3 or 4 years ago, but they won't stop riding on those coattails of coming?
What is that?
Dungeon Masters by
okay.
Wizard of the Coast with Neil Newbon and Devora.
Oh, that one.
Not here to advertise, and we're not
Why
sponsored.
are we advertising? Why haven't we gone on to D&D? We're playing Warhammer.
I was pointing out that corporations are evil regardless of the corporation.
Corporations are
but they're
evil.
all here for imagination and fun.
We're here for imagination and fun. Steve,
Hi,
why don't you tell us about your ogres?
I will. Welcome to the Ogres. It's been a hot minute. Nearly a year, if I remember rightly.
Did you play the ogres?
Yeah, we played them.
Really?
I played them for the Pat of Glory. You got very upset
I
with
don't
them.
like them. They just win.
And I was just like, I'm just going to put them to one side because I'd like to focus on my Skaven and my
Yeah.
Flesh-Eater Courts. Weirdly, the Flesh-Eater Courts are just the malnourished version of this because we're both hungry. So I am running the Ogres in the Greedy Eaters formation, I believe it's called. Let me just pull that back up to remind myself. I believe it's the Greedy Eaters, which gives me postprandial warfare. Jesus Christ.
Wow,
Which basically, once per
words.
turn army, at the end of any turn, I may pick up to D3 Ogre Infantry, so the Gluttons, the Leadbelchers, the Iron Guts, the Tyrant and the Butcher are my guys. And I can return a 1 slain model to that unit. So obviously that won't happen for the heroes, but the Iron Guts, the Gluttons and the Leadbelchers may have some boys return.
Return.
Yes.
It's warm again now.
It's the usual army fun, feast on flesh, ravenous brutes, trampling charge, all the things a growing boy needs to stomp and charge. Speaking of growing boys though, as I go through my list,
Weird.
there's a weird little thing on the models that you'll see at the end, hopefully, if I've panned right. So,
Which way are you panning?
I'm going to pan my
Your left.
stage right to stage left theatre. Anyway, so we're starting with my general, who is the Frostlord on Stonehorn, otherwise known as Opie. He has his big trike that he stole from a 40k Orcs army. He has the Gruesome Trophies, Gutslugger, and Touched by the Everwinter enhancements, which basically turns him into a priest, gives him +1 to hits against hero. No, gives ogres within 12 inches of him, +1 to hit against heroes and monsters. And the Gutslugger, I cannot remember what Gutslugger. That's that one.
Okay.
Gruesome Gutslugger then gives them +1. It gives him +1 to hit on attacks if he didn't charge. So if he sits rather than charges, he can have +1 to hit. If he charges, he does a D3 +2 trampling charge. He's a fun boy.
Fun boy. Take my cardigan off.
We've got a unit of reinforced gluttons in his unit. In his regiment, there are 12 angry fat men with clubs and fun, ready to smash things. That is a tidal wave of fun. Next to them, we come into regiment number 1, or regiment 2, because it's not the general's regiment, but we have a butcher and a set of lead belchers, and then hiding over the other side of the trees is the Scourge Gyran, or Soggy Iron Blaster. Hidden in the trees is my 3rd regiment of a tyrant and a set of iron guts. And then finally, the 4th regiment, the regiment of renown, and being proxied because I'd like to test this before spending 100 and something quid on a model that I might not enjoy. I want to try out, I've never used the Sons of Bahamut regiment, so I'm taking One-Eyed Grunnock, the War Stomper Son of Bahamut, as a regiment of renown. He's being played by Vizic. He's about the same height, he's about the same scariness, and he is the same base size, so thematically it fits that for some reason the hunger and anger of the Great Maw has pulled into the world this demon prince turned into a large rodent. Yeah. Finally with that we've got the usual prayers. So spells are the law of the magic Maw, the Maw magic.
I just realised something, but never mind, go ahead. No, it's fine, it's about my army, not yours.
Everwinter prayers for the prayers, because we've now got a priest. And finally, primal energy on manifestation, so I can have my Gravenex gnashing jaws, because they thematically fit quite nicely to this army.
Okay.
I've also got the burning head, and I don't have a life root thing yet because I haven't bought it off eBay anywhere. And finally, tactics, intercept, and recover, and restless energy, because I'm a basic bitch that repeats his power tactics over most armies. 1980 points.
Okay. Now, panning over to the Stormcast. I'm trying to remember something I wrote down, but never mind. That's lovely. I've just got a message, there's a different hot chocolate available. Right. Going from the right to the left as you look at the screen, we have we are playing in the Lightning Echelon, which we get to pick once per turn in a combat phase, pick a friendly extremis chamber that charged, roll a dice on a 3+, they have strike first. We are led, this particular regiment is led, not my general, by Lord Celestin Ondrakov, who has the Quicksilver Draft and Envoy of the Heavens as his traits and abilities. We have a reinforced set of Annihilators with Meteoric Grandhammers. Smash it. What are you looking at?
I just noticed though, because I'm halfway through painting the gluttons, there's a little bit that I've missed on his skin.
That's fine, you'll get that. We have some Dracothian Guard Fulminators, 1 unit of those, so 2 Fulminators. And we have Guard of Steel Soul, who I never play. But apparently Guard of Steel Soul can buff the Annihilators, and that's lovely. And then in my 2nd regiment, because we were just 2 drops, we have Karazai. Annihilators with shields. I feel like I haven't played Karazai in a while. Another set of Annihilators with Grandhammers and Stormdrake Guard, which are being played by a single Stormdrake Guard and a Knight Draconis, who is standing in to be a 2nd Stormdrake Guard to make the unit of 2. They have their lances, what they're called, the Drake Rider's Lance. They both have a Drake Rider's Lance. My Extremis Chamber units are Lord Celestin, the Stormdrake Guard, and the Fulminators. So if they charged and I roll a 3+, they can have strike first. But I pick one every round. Guard of Steel Soul. Let me just get his thing up. I keep saying This is the thing that made me laugh earlier, by the way. Has what I wrote down on a post-it, because I prepared my little post-it notes yesterday. He has a Saintly Ass, which is short for Saintly Assault. Pick up to 3 visible Stormcast Eternals infantry. wholly within 6 inches of them. For the rest of the turn, add 1 to charge rolls, add 1 to the attack characteristic. That's what I was remembering. I thought it was on wounds, and I was like, why have I put it on the Annihilators? Their wounds are 2, you can't go lower. That's his saintly ass. And that is the Stormcast armée. Looking at it, I have 0 models on the board comparison to you, and I don't like these bubbles of things down here. Weirdly, your big heroes are less intimidating.
So,
Yes.
4 drops to 2.
Yeah.
You had priority. You have chosen who goes first. Who's going first? So we will come back in a moment for the Ogors Turn 1.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye!
Welcome back to Ogors Turn 1, where we have had a very conservative Turn 1. We tried the Ogre dice as we always do with an Ogre fight, and they sucked. So we tried to do Sacred Rites with OP, or the Stonehorn, with his Prayers of the Everwinter, and he rolled a 1, so no. Then we tried to do Bloody Feast on the 12 Gluttons, and we rolled a 3. We needed a 7, so no. Then we changed dice, and we're back on the Iron Jaws, or the Orc Special. You always see that little grin all the time, it's beautiful. Anyway, then we asked you, did you want to do anything? Hero phase?
No, I had nothing I could do.
Lovely. Just did a little bit of a trot forward with a couple of boys. So the Iron Guts and the Tyrant just did a little sprint forwards in like a double time. The rifles and all that, if you're a sharp fan. We had the Iron Blaster come up next to them, and the Lead Bouchers stepped forwards as well. But we left the majority of the hammers back home, because I'm aware you have Annihilators in the sky, and also I'm just waiting for the inevitable, I've fed the monster. Did you have anything in the movement phase?
No, I didn't. I have had nothing that I could do in your turn at all.
That's okay, I'm just throwing back and forth. So
I contemplated shooting you back with Karazai, but I've only got a 12-inch reach and it's not enough, so...
Yeah, speaking of that shooting, the Lead Bouchers managed through 8 shots to do 1 damage to him.
You did.
And the Iron Blaster tried his hardest with his Shrapnel Blast, had the ability to do maximum 20 damage, because he does 5 damage per shot, but the crit 2 hits didn't go off. We only got one only went through to save, and you saved against it with an all-out attack and an all-out defence.
Oh.
And that's all that she wrote for the turn.
Yeah.
There was no charges, there was no combat.
No.
No need for feasting, no need for returning of boys, so we have a comfortable keep the home objectives, take the centre, and we pray for the inevitable murder that's about to come through. So 5 points, 3 points, 2 points, 10 points on objectives, 0 points on the battle tactics. Don't think we actually mentioned who we're killing. Emma's got intercept and recovery as well as restless energy, so we're basically doing a bit of a mirror match.
So Steve needs to kill this set of Annihilators with shields here, Karazai there, and Lord Celestin on Dracoth there. I need to kill
the 12 Gluttons,
the
Iron Blaster,
yep,
and you need to kill Vizic, or One-Eyed Grunnock, as he is going to be called throughout most of this game, so we're not confusing people. Or One-Eyed Vizic will probably be, just so people go, the Vizic model, but it means One-Eyed Grunnock.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is the turn. 10 points to 0 as we go into the Stormcast Turn 1. Is there anything for you before we go?
I don't think so.
No? Shall we see what happens?
Yeah.
Lovely.
See you in a minute. We moved. We had a good round. It was okay. We moved Karazai in. We moved the Storm Drake Guard in. We killed your big cannon, which was one of the things you marked as quarry or whatever it is. We also took that objective because we killed the infantry unit you had, and now it's your tyrant that's there. So we've killed your big cannon. We've killed your. I can't remember what that little unit is.
The Iron Goods.
Iron Goods. However, I'm not counting my chickens because we've still got this nonsense.
Yes, there's a bubble of
they're now
12
going
and
to swarm
a
the board.
Visic One Eye and...
So we're not like, oh my god, the game is ours. We got 20 points.
Yeah.
I got my first 2 objectives. Kill something that you had marked for killing and take an objective that you had. So we got 5 points each for there, so there's 10. And then I've got 1 green objective, 1 red objective, and the blue one in the middle, so there's the other 10. Yeah, it's like I'm happy that it went that way. I'm just trying not to get too excited before whatever happens next, because this is absolute BS that's over here.
I mean, we have to roll off now for round 2.
Do, and you can roll again.
I have a free reroll at one point, yes, because of the multiple regiments.
1.
Got a 6. I can't double turn you because I'm not 11 points down, I'm 10 points.
You also won't get your tactics if
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
So, but then also I don't want to deal with Karazai and that lot having a second round. I'm going to double turn you.
Okay.
No, what am I on about? It's not double turn.
Anyway.
Yes, it was...
I was just like, wait, no, that's not double turning.
Yes, my brain just went, I went second there. Yeah. I don't know why. But yes. So
you're going first again.
I'm going first. So it's Ogors Turn 2.
Yeah.
As we go in, we have the. Do you want to go to the app on my phone?
Yeah.
And find out what the underdog thing was again?
Can I close this?
Yes, you know how to use an iPhone. Yes.
Yes, I was thinking if I could just close that. Oh God, where is your thing on this? Bountiful Equinox. The underdog. Pick an objective to be the target. Heal 3 to each unit friendly and enemy contesting it.
Is it a must or can?
I think it's a must because it doesn't say can. Oh, you can use it. Okay, so you don't have to.
Yes, then I won't use it because none of my things are hurt.
No.
Oh, actually, no. I'll put it on the one at the back because I know he's got 1 wound on him.
Yeah,
so
there you go. Heal that.
I'll heal that.
There you go.
Done. Because I didn't want to give Karazai more health. But yes, there we go. So we'll be coming back in a moment for...
Ogors Turn.
Ogors Turn 2.
Bye.
welcome back to Ogors Turn 2, where the great eating was had. We went to a Toby Carvery and had a large turkey.
Yes, we did.
The missing turkey in the middle of the board. Anyway, so I kind of went for a bit of
Not a turkey, it's a dragon.
It has wings. It was made of flesh. It's a big turkey.
Penguins have wings and are made of flesh. Do you call them turkeys?
Well, the turkeys of the Antarctic.
Oh my god. I've never thought of it that way. They actually are.
Well, the chicken of the Antarctic. Anyway,
The chicken of the Antarctic, they don't fly. They just flop.
So, welcome to Destruction, players. We don't think much, we just charge and smash things. You know that thing that you like to do? May I suggest a Destruction army for you? Anyway, so...
I'm fine right now.
So, the hero phase. The butcher cannot do anything. Maybe he's had a bad curry the night before. Maybe things are just... Maybe he's sad. Maybe he's feeling a bit sad. He's sat back here in the forest. I won't move him. He couldn't do his greasy deluge or anything like that again. We tried to put a blood feast on the boys and he failed. However, the Frost Lord decided, you know what, no, and he changed his little radio station and More Than a Feeling came on or something like that, and he just felt better about himself. And he did Sacred Rites and got himself 6 ritual points. And that really was all that the hero phase did. You didn't do anything in the hero phase?
No, because I can't.
That's fine. So we went on to movement. This little chappie came over this way. These big bubble of boys came this way. The shooty boys that were there came over this way. They decided to go down to the woods. And this big rat ogre thing came moving this way. And that was the movement phase. You had no responses. We came to the shooting phase. The lead bouchers peppered your smaller...
I've only got one Dugan left.
The entree, if you will, before the turkey, with a couple of shots. The ogre peppered Karazai for the boys, and the boys decided, as we came into the charging phase, to just run forward and slap into Karazai. The Stonehorn came down this way, charged into these boys. Then you cleverly removed a model, stopping me from doing my earth-shattering charge after doing trampling charge, because I didn't have a model within an inch after you removed the one that was closest to him. And then the big guy came in and saw the buffet in the middle as well.
He did.
And that was the charge phase.
Yeah.
Which led us to the combat phase, or as I like to call it,
the main meal.
The dinner phase. You left me with 10 boys after you did 10
That
mortals.
Was insane, and we loved
lashing tail. It was insane.
10 mortals out of 12 dice. That was. I've never done anything like that, and I never will again.
But the 10 managed to put Karazai down to 1 wound.
Yeah. Which
the tyrant then followed up and went, no, I'm going to deal with this, and took him on. Your Dracoff and your Fulminator brought the poor little Stonehorn down to 3 wounds left before he slapped back and then powered through to come back this way, leaving your Dracoff on 1 wound, then deleting him with the power through. And then, so they dealt with Karazai, and then this guy was like, well, I wanted the big dragon thing, he looked fun. So I'll deal with these little dragons, and then rolled awfully.
He did roll really badly.
He's only managed to take down 1 of the tiny pets, and now has another one on a leash ready to have fun with, hopefully, in the next phase. But he is down from 35 wounds to 26, as you are scratching back quite a lot.
No, he's not at half health. Half health would be, what was he, 35?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't do the math there.
It would be 17.
Yes, okay. So he's not even at half health yet. He's quite a way away from that.
17.5, but yeah. Anyway,
oh, no.
So that was that. We took the middle because the big OP boy in the middle, not OP because that's OP.
Yes.
One-Eyed Grunnock is, or One-Eyed Vizek is currently tiptoeing onto the central. You have nothing on there anyway, and also Lemmy White Whale, the tyrant, is also tiptoeing. So we're both just kind of like, ooh, maybe. Yeah. And now we can just see these golden little microwave meals down here, ready to have a bit of fun later.
Happy meals.
I'm scared of that pile of 6 over there, but we shall see how it goes. Yeah, that was the turn.
Anything else? Nothing for me.
10 points for objectives. So you control 1, 2 more, and a coordinate collection.
Yes.
We killed two of the intercept and recover targets, so we get 5 points.
Yep.
And we took an objective off you, so we get another 10 points,
leaving
us on 30 to 20 as we go into Stormcast Turn 2.
Okay.
Are you ready for the opening?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes?
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes, shall we?
Okay.
Back in a moment for Stormcast Turn 2.
To recover from this financially, emotionally, or otherwise.
Time to pan down and we'll see why.
I'm tired. It was an emotional turn for the Stormcast. Steve has killed my 2 dragons, Francis Bacon and Single Pringle. Karazai, who is also known as Karazai because that's his name. 3 Annihilators, Mr. Whitney, Mr. Taylor and Mick the Hand, who then fell on the floor and nearly became Mick the Broken. And it was just sad. But we, out of your things that were left, we took you down to 4. You've just brought 1 back because of like your end of turn BS, but we did bring you down to 4.
Yeah, 27 damage onto them was
6 of them.
Was insane.
6 of the 10 that were on there.
It's only through greedy eating and feasting on flesh that I managed to keep 5 there.
Yeah. So, it's what it is, you know, and what it is not good. But we got 8 points because we've got the 2 objectives in my territory and this one over here because these Annihilators landed and these are the unnamed ones. So they've done nothing to earn a name. And that's where we are. So it's currently 30 to 28 in your favour.
Mm-hmm. This does feel like, as we were talking about at the beginning of the game, this feels like, this feels right now like where a novel would be like, and then the Stormcast did Stormcast things.
Yeah.
Because you've got Gardas and 3 sets of Annihilators. It's like, that shouldn't survive anything. But lo, did we recover.
I screwed myself over by using all of my command points in your turn, so then if I could have all-out attacked, I could have done. I still have the ability to bring back a destroyed unit at half health. Do I want to do the... It has to be infantry, so it would have to be Annihilators, and you've not destroyed a full unit yet. So... Also, because that's reinforced, does that... Explain the rules of Warhammer for people who don't know. That's a reinforced unit of Annihilators, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 units of 6 put together.
It's 2 units of 3, but that becomes 1 unit of 6.
1 unit of 6. So with my ability to bring back a destroyed unit at half health, do I have to wait for you to destroy all 6 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
You'd wait for the reinforced units to become destroyed, and then a unit of 3 would
then
return.
I can bring back a unit of 3, which is nicer than a unit of 2.
Yeah, that's basically, you get a full unit, essentially, rather than...
unit back on, like, normal health. So that's lovely. Okay, yeah, that's where we are. You were going to roll for priority?
Yep. 4.
1.
Well,
I'm sorry, are these good? Because my dice are bullshit. That's a 3. Okay, that's not...
Yeah, the Fire Slayer dice and the more dice, I don't know what it is. Either they will roll insanely well, or they will only understand the roll of a 2 and lower.
Yeah. stupid. The
Anyway.
dice are not our friends today.
This is why I have multiple sets of dice so I can swap them out, which is what you don't do.
I've just got those 20.
You keep using your Stormcast ones and going, but they're not rolling well today. And this is all superstition and not actual fact.
The dice don't have the ability. But I do think the more you use a set of dice, they wear away and they...
Yeah.
Like it...
There might be imperfections in the plastic and the resin.
There is wear and tear, so dice may, you know...
All I'll say is I started round one on the Moor Pit dice and they failed miserably.
Yeah.
I moved over to the Iron Jaws dice and somehow the Iron Jaws dice have been rolling sixes and been really healthy.
I've just rolled 5 Iron Jaws dice. You've got 2 5s, 2 6s, 1 5, 1 4 and a 2.
That's 4 hits in a Destruction Army.
Yeah. Those 2 6s have just rolled 2 4s, which is also a hit in a Stormcast. And a 3 and a 4.
Yeah.
Also a hit. Should we share these? And a 6 and a 4!
Anyway,
Yeah.
back in a moment for Ogors Turn 3.
Are you going first?
Yeah, I'm not going to let you double turn me.
Okay, fine. Alright, fine. Great. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
One.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Hi. Welcome
It
back.
was bad. It was so bad. But Gerald Minecraft, my one annihilator with a shield, stood up to your one-eyed king rat man.
One-eyed Grunick.
No. And the one-eyed king what?
One-eyed Grunick. The
Grunick killed him
the war
anyway.
stomper.
But only overkilled him by 2 and not by an
Oh yeah, that was
insane amount.
insane.
Gerald Minecraft just with his shield going.
So yeah, this lumbering 20-foot ogre just comes over and bang.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No.
So what happened, as you've just seen, basically the War Stomper went over that way and dealt with the 3 Annihilators with the shields. The Tyrant and the Lead Belchers came over this way and dealt with the 3 Annihilators without the shields and the hammers. The Stonehorn and the Gluttons came and dealt with the reinforced Annihilators in the middle and brought Gardas down to 1 wound.
You did.
And
not
through
dead.
a lot of combat abilities and not a lot through of actual attack damage.
Yeah.
When I brought the 3, yeah, it was like
you were just, I don't know what you were doing here, but you were like, it's not even combat, and he's going, so that's 3 damage to Annihilator. Okay,
trampling charge, and then
that's like 6 damage, another 2, that's 5. I was like, and then it was left with 1.
Yes. It's the earth shattering charge and the trampling charge.
We were left with
and then over there,
Fixer.
shake the earth did the damage over there.
Shake that earth for me, shake that earth for me, come on.
But yeah, that's how the turn went. I controlled all objectives. I got my strikes on both Intercept and Restless, so therefore a 20-point turn, putting it for 50 to 33 at the end of the turn.
Yep.
No, 50 to 28. Because then we agreed you'd spend your CP to bring your Annihilators back down on this objective in my home territory, but you couldn't really do anything off the back of that. We agreed that we'd basically delete Gardas on his 1 health left.
Yeah.
So that would leave us with, you'd get 5 points there, putting it to 33 to 50 at the end of round 3, and then it would just be talk out and done.
Yeah.
Rather than having to play it out.
Oh, the couple that mirrors.
So yeah, not a bad old time for...
Do I turn?
Yes,
Well done.
good game. Oh,
Oh,
right-handed.
okay.
It's because I'm left-handed.
Yeah, I was like, what does the left hand mean?
It's because I'm left-handed. Left-handers Romans, because they would carry their shields in their left hand and their swords in their right.
Left
So
hand was a drug deal.
So they proved that they trusted the other person by not bringing their shields. Okay. Anyway, that's nerd stuff.
Nerd history.
Nerd history.
I didn't finish making the tea.
Oh no, the teas. We must wrap this up very quickly. How British?
There's stewing over there.
No, Stu's a northern invasion. Anyway. Come back, Stu, I miss you. I've been watching your solo channels if you see this.
Okay, when we share this video, we'll tag him in it.
Anyway, so that's the game. There we go. It's an ogre victory. Clothing optional. Because they're all topless.
Why? Why are you like this?
It's the lyrics to a song, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
So yeah, that went well. I'm surprised at how much survived in the ogres. And I definitely can see the benefits of taking a Son of Bahamut mercenary. It's very fun having that thing of, because he's only 400 points, yes, it's nearly a quarter of your army that you've lost, but it's also a quarter of your army that feels worth it. And unlike Karazai, who's only got 20 health, and obviously Karazai cleans up when he gets a chance, but like he's double the health, but also doesn't get the luxury of the damage output that Karazai does in his like 30 attacks and whatever he wants. But yeah, it's very. I definitely could see, because you want to get these Sons of Bahamut, and I'm trying to help essentially by going, if I was to buy one as a like a mercenary unit for certain armies, and then we can slowly but surely build them up that way, rather than going, right, we need 4 of them on the table immediately, and Kragnos can go in it as well, so I can use him in these armies too. I want to paint him like Hellboy, because then he can go with my golden army of the Iron Jaws.
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
Yeah, potentially. Anyway, so yeah, Ogre's victory. How do you feel about the game? We said at the beginning this was a very simple...
This is stupid.
It's been fun.
This has brought back the joy of Warhammer, because I was super prepared for it.
Yeah.
I did all my tournament things. I was ready. And every time you killed someone, I got to look at the bottom and go, oh no, you've killed... Who was the one? Not Gerald Minecraft. The other one where I was like, oh no, you killed him. And then I dropped him on the floor.
Oh, it was Mick the Hand.
Mick the Hand became Mick the Broken.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just been fun going, you've killed this guy. And playing with Gardas, who is new. The Fulminators, who didn't Fulmin as much as I thought they would.
I'd be interested to see them going into a different army of like maybe the Skaven or something like that.
I never like ogres. But yeah, this was kind of fun actually. So not a bad game.
I would definitely, because of the playstyle you like to play, I would definitely go, you should try the ogres and play them at some point.
Yes.
Because they literally, you get to do damage for
game.
charging.
Yeah.
You damage for charge, then you damage for a fight, and then you go, cool.
Maybe our next game then.
And also I've not got a lot of complicated units, so you don't have to worry about like learning how certain things do.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything from you?
No.
Okay.
Burning it all, burning it.
If anyone would like to buy a Stormcast army, I think...
Go on. I've got lots of things.
I guess all there's left to say is that we shall see you in the 1st of June for
1st of June.
Hopefully, as long as things...
This is the 1st of May.
It's 1st of May. If things have gone to plan.
Yeah.
So yes, if we don't see you then, we shall see you for another round, and it will be 0 days until your last nonsense.
Until your last nonsense.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Ah! Stress! I hate the ogres!